In opening opposition coming from University of Guatemala City, who will be enrolled as a leader of opposition and Gabdur as the beauty leader of opposition. In classic development coming from University Guatemala B, with Tariq as a government member, assistant as a government leader. In closing competitions comes from Rahmatullah as opposition group. To educate this debate, we have Ifri as the chair, educator, with achievement 1, champion of IFA 2013, champion of the United Asian Debating Championship 2012, and active finalist 2010 and 2011. Second, we have Anwar with achievement 1st, champion of Georgia 2011. Second runner-up of Africa 2010 and third best speaker at the UDC 2012. Third, we have Ahmad Sultan as known as Abu, the achievement founder in the Debating Society, University of Indonesia, first Malaysian educator in the World University's Debating Championship in Manila. 1999, co-author of the EDSUI, Farmers Trophy, the first computer tournament in Indonesia, and coach in 2012, 2001, and 2003 WSBC teams, including the only team that broke into the knockouts. Next, we have Alon with the achievement second runner-up of 2011, quarter finalist of IFES in Manila, and quarter finalist of Makassar in Development 2012. Next, educator, Dewa Mari with achievements, time finalist, certain best speaker of IFES company, grand finalist, educator of outside 2012, grand final educator of Marketing 2013. Next, we have Delaware Analyst who received CA of AUE Petra Debating Competition 2012 and 2013, CA of Officer Debating Competition 2012, quarter finalist of Solo 2011, second runner-up of the first Debate Open 2011. And I'm Imam as the chairperson and Reza as the timekeeper. Next, we have Akita, achievement champion of Jogja 2011, second runner-up of IFA 2010, and quarter finalist of NUDC 2012. And we acknowledge as the chairperson and Reza will be the timekeeper. To open the debate, I would like to call the Prime Minister of the government team, Mr. Kuzaria, to
you know that in status quo right now, there is a country named North Korea, one of the communist regimes that's in our world. How the leader is so much radical, ladies and gentlemen, how they always try to use the idea of military terror and attack to gain bargaining position from another country. For example, how they intensify the rudal on weapon tests or after wrestling. And second of all, how the leader of the country, not only the president, but also the Ministry of Foreign Relations, for example, always give provocative statement to the media, to international society, how they are preparing for war, how they are ready to war, how that they will always able to do nuclear attack to reach the military base of United States in America or even in Japan or in another place, ladies and gentlemen. And they also threat if US and South Korea still have military cooperation or still condoning training together, they will do the attack toward the US and South Korea society itself. We say that this irrational demand creates growing concern to our international society because all of the nations in our world cannot measure and predict the rationality of North Korea leaders anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe in the Cold War there is a mutual assured destruction principle that exists. How Soviet and US will never have nuclear war, for example. But we cannot guarantee that this concept will be applied in the tension between US, South Korea, and North Korea because we believe that North Korea leader is so much rational, constructive engagement, having no progress. So we believe that preemptive is the last resort. So the model is simple. We want to do preemptive strike. How the alliance of US alongside with US will search and identify the fundamental military bases of the North Korea, for example, the nuclear reactor itself. We will simply deploy our military troops there and so on and so forth. So the basic mission of this preemptive attack is first to destroy the source of military threat, and second of all to fight the nuclear reactor itself, to secure and deactivate the reactor itself, and then we are going to capture the Kim Jong-un itself. We are going to secure our North Korea, and we will let society to have referendum, ladies and gentlemen. If the society demand democratization, then the US and another alliance country have obligation to provide supportive system, just like what they do in Libya or Iraq. Or even if they want Kim Jong-un want to stay at peace, we already demolished the idea of nuclear threat, ladies and gentlemen. This idea, this referendum also happened in Chile to topple down the regime, authoritarian regime of Augusto Pinochet. No, now as a prime minister, as an opening government, we have two substantive to be given. First of all, why the preemptive strike to North Korea is a legitimate self-defense mechanism. Like we said before, that North Korea provide imminent threat not only exclusively to US and South Korea, but also to our international society. How North Korea itself implementing a very hostile foreign policy strategy. How they always glorify the possession of nuclear weapon, and also they provoke another country by also always exposing the development of uranium itself. While actually the nuclear weapon itself has been prohibited by international society. How the North Korea do not want to comply with the IAEA, for example. They do not want to give transparency and accountability regarding the possession of nuclear weapon itself. It creates a constant and permanent insecurity to our international society. How the potential of conflict that can be ignited by North Korea is so much high and so much harmful. We cannot predict that this North Korea will comply, and we believe that they will only create catastrophic event if we do not sell. First, how let us see that status quo mechanism has failed to gather their responsibility to create peace. How can the peace talks and the mediation and also the other constructive engagement like six-party talk that has been ignited since 1990s never created tangible result? North Korea is still irrational. They still believe that the nuclear weapon is the only thing that can create a bargaining position to their country, ladies and gentlemen. So we believe that North Korea, that always irrational, they always feel superior because they get this ace card, which is the nuclear possession, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore we believe that the preemptive attack itself is the last resort that should be done by the United States of America and their alliance to tackle the imminent threat of North Korea itself. We believe that it is actually in line with the idea of war on terror, ladies and gentlemen, like we being implemented by the United States of America. How US and also their drugs, the war conquer of drugs is being intensified by all democratic countries in our world. So we believe that this idea is like an immature defense to create security to our international society itself. And second of all, why it is a legitimate way to be done. First of all, we believe that at the end of the day, the output will not only beneficial for international society, but also to North Korea society itself. Because in status quo right now, the society of North Korea lives in severe condition. How they live under constant pressure and oppression and violence of their own government. There is no idea of freedom of opinion. The news media is always been centralized. Therefore, they cannot notify their specific demands to our international society. While the data coming from the United Nations always constantly show that the people of Korea, North Korea, lives under poverty, lives under severe starvation, ladies and gentlemen. So we believe that in status quo, they are being oppressed. There is no supportive system coming from another actor, ladies and gentlemen, to create change toward society of North Korea itself. Because if you criticize the government, you will be given that penalty, ladies and gentlemen. So we believe that North Korea itself is inherently evil, ladies and gentlemen. How they never have intention to fulfill and respond the demand of their society to proliferate welfare, then become responsibility as a sovereign nation, ladies and gentlemen. How even they put society of North Korea under insecurity because their hostile stance will make the society of North Korea always under threat of embargo, for example, of the attack coming from the United States of America. And second of all, they always dismiss all the poverty, all the starvation and stagnancy of economy. How all the budget of North Korea, for example, is being given to military without creating more change on education or healthcare or another thing that can glorify the economy, ladies and gentlemen. They close the channel of MNC expansion and so on and so forth. So we believe that in the end of the day, our proposal will create benefit to international society and the oppressed North Korea society. Thank you.
Prime Minister spent 7 minutes and 29 seconds. Now I would like to call the leader of opposition, Ms. Miller.
We believe that a good foreign policy is one that prepares for every single possible scenarios and details about what's still going on if you apply this preemptive strike. And we believe that our team is the one that's going to provide you with that. And we also believe that this debate we're going to bring this debate into deeper analysis whether or not by creating a preemptive strike would be a good solution in short and long term, and how we would analyze it based on the harms and benefits analysis for US and also for the stability inside between the US and also North Korea, South Korea relations, ladies and gentlemen. So our stance is very clear. We don't want the preemptive strike because it would only create harms towards US or even backlash or adverse says is only a form of cyber, just like what happens within the Cold War, ladies and gentlemen. So we believe that it's good for us to keep the status quo, stay in the Cold War, and embracing way to the constructive engagement later. Now, second point is secondly on the response to the status quo, right? They mentioned the status quo is fails. We don't think so. We believe that the path towards constructive engagement is there already. There is a path for that. For example, on how there is seven-party talk to create negotiation between North Korea and another member of the country, ladies and gentlemen. We believe that it takes a long process. Yes, it is true, but we see that they will not suddenly launch an attack towards that. We believe that what we need to do is to endorse a conducive environment to provide and support this talk rather than create an attack. Now, last point of rebuttals. They believe that North Korean society live under the pressure and discrimination. That's why we have the justification to create preemptive attack. First of all, we never know. You ask never know what is going on inside the society. We believe that even the society inside North Korea are highly devoted towards Kim Jong-un under the Juche ideology, ladies and gentlemen. How they have different welfare definition, that their welfare is defined with their and following towards the Kim Jong-un himself. We believe that the failure coming from the opening government is to
figure of completion spent 7 minutes and 39 seconds. Now I'd like to call the Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Abiy Bakr.
Talking about North Korea is one country that already know well as a blood and have strong mentality. They will not care any kind of deal that coming from international society itself. We believe that how Kazakhstan will work is that how they are also the imminent threat when, for example, when United States try to create military relationship by training, they will be try to attack by nuclear itself. Because we think that when there is a possible threat that can happen, not only for Korea, North Korea and South Korea, but also United States societies and their allies, we think that this is why we think that preventive attack is important to Mr. Speakers. Even idea of Iran is also never published if they also have a nuclear strike. Actually, to you how strong, how skeptic this North Korea will always give threat to other societies and services, Mr. Speakers. The thing that they need to prove is why when there is also bigger possibility of harm that goes to United States or South Korea and so forth, it's not just for us to give preventive actions at the end of the day. Before we go to extensions, 2 point of response. Well, they say how this preemptive attack will harm the United States interest because we only waste money without giving any insurance at all. We think in the first time what is the United States interest in itself? Because talking about when they are afraid if it will waste money, well we think even the idea when the United States try to also combat Al-Qaeda and also combat terrorism, it will also waste the money itself. But the thing is, how United States government can protect the interest of their society, which is security itself. Because it doesn't matter how much cost that money that can be given as long as it's security. Because we think in this case just apply in this particular case. We think when you are, for example, deployed on a certain amount of military to only to attack military base of North Korea, it will not cost that high. Because I mean, you can easily infiltrate certain intelligence, certain gun, and so on to attack this kind of military base itself. Actually, we have the cost will not be there, but insurance will always be there. Anyway, but moreover, secondly, we think we have to analyze if idea of technological between the United States already defense. I mean, they already have so many experience to, for example, interfere when there is time, when there is military interventions in Arab Spring and so on and so forth. We think that these United States also have the experience that make sure there is still potency of being do the against the North Korea itself. The point is how we can create the real security that currently still being tried, the current is still being tried within the United States and South Korea societies itself. Because no, let's compare. At least when you go to the proposals, at least the societies of the United States and South Korea see there is also effort from the government to stop this kind of threat. But their proposals, they only rely on some engagement, for example. They only rely on, for example, discussions. That even societies of the United States already realize it is not Korea is not that promisable to be discussed, but this government still do it. And even that is the level of real security of societies that we never have under the House. No. But second one of response, they say how we will create more harm because we will more hostility, destroy class, and so on and so forth. But the first question, let's compare. We believe that indeed maybe hostility can be happen under both sides of the House. But the thing is, when under proposals, we can create more preventive actions toward the bigger hostility itself. Because why? Because talking about relationship between the United States and South Korea is already strong, like in the form of economy and so on and so forth. But the thing is, this North Korea, at the first place, they already have certain sensitivity regarding South Korea, which means once every single country that have tried to have a good relationship within the South Korea, they will always have a threat to attack all of the countries that have a relationship with the South Korea itself. Because we believe at least under proposals, when instead take first time, will prevent all of this attack that will happen. of this North Korea inside this, because even idea clash will even happen under proposals, because even international societies see there is also consistency value that being given by these Palestinian societies to attack any kind of totalitarian government that is somehow irrational, which also correlate with my first extensions. How it will also create legible warning to others authoritarian governments itself before it is.
But to ask how the percentage of winning is that really big to your side? Because if they're not winning, it's not justifiable to spend society money.
Well, there were problems about idea of percentage of winning. Analyzing United States is a very full experience regarding the troops. Analyzing United States is the most advanced technological. The thing is, and even they are also being supported by South Korea itself. We think the potential of winning still have an but even what we ask questions that we preempt all of this possible of conflict bigger business because no. First extensions, how it will be eligible warning to other authoritarian government. We believe that when we try to push given this kind of context to do that in a clean base, it will send a message to the international societies if we try to against the every authoritarian governments when they somehow is irrational, when they somehow is always one-sided, because they will always give a continuous threat to every single state that against their identity in inside the space. For example, we think that in Kazakhstan right now we already give this kind of conditions. For example, when the States try to intervene Libya as a part of authoritarian government, for example, we think this kind of attack of military base is also part of extensions of consistency that coming from international societies itself. What's going to happen is that we expect in all international societies at least we become open-minded because there will always possibility of international societies go against this kind of conditions. This is the reason why idea of operation planning in the East is already exists because there is already progressive understanding regarding how men is authoritarian government. But second extensions, we think that industrial cooperation and tension between South Korea and North Korea. We think that it's also right now there is already intensive military tensions between North Korea and South Korea regarding their ideology, regarding how ego and so on and so forth. Because we think at least the process will solve this right. Why? Because the final of the conflict most likely is coming from North Korea when they feel if they have bigger bargaining positions compared with South Korea regarding their nuclear actions itself. At least